Alrighty. Welcome back to the Washington Winter Sports Media Night. Just talked to girls wrestling and esports. Going to talk some Washington bowling here with a few members of the Demons bowling team getting their season started here in just a couple weeks. Fellas, I'll just have you off the bat. Just introduce yourself. Say what grade you're in. I've also been offering a fun fact is optional, so choose. But say your name and your grade at the very least.
I'm Caden Zier. I'm a freshman. And fun fact about me, I've been bowling for 11 years.
Cooper Zaws, senior and fourth year bowling.
Mitchell Zuglowski, sophomore. And the fun fact about me is I like to do a lot of hunting and fishing and outdoor stuff.
I'm a junior. My name's Kelton Berg, and I've been bowling for about 10 years now.
I'm Landon Lee Hawkins, and I'm a junior, and I've been bowling for about 11 years now.
A lot of experience. I'm going to keep rolling with the fun facts. You guys were good sports about that. I appreciate that. I'll just ask off the bat, however many of you guys want to share, just general excitement. How excited are you guys looking forward to getting the season started here in a couple weeks?
I'm personally really excited for a freshman coming into high school sports. I'm just ready to be prepared for whatever's thrown at my...
I'm just ready to get the season started. So generally, we're looking a lot better than we were in past years, and that's no offense to the kids who've came here, like I said, past years, but we're looking a whole lot better.
Yeah, same thing with Cooper there. Really excited for the season because, we'll have a decent team this year. A lot of competition out there, some new competition for sure, and we'll just see how it goes. So.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this season. I felt like as a team we've made a lot of improvements of people who've retained and Caden coming in. We're looking to be competitive in the conference.
Yeah, I agree. This is my first year bowling, and I've seen a lot of progress between these guys. I've known these guys my entire life, so.
What are some, we were talking before we went on here, there's no bowling alley here in Washington. As I understand it, you guys have to travel to Mount Pleasant to practice. What are the challenges associated with not only having no home matches, but also having to practice outside of Washington as well?
I personally don't have a problem with it just because we haven't bowled here in a long time, so I'm really adapted to these other alleys around us, and I honestly enjoy bowling there.
Yeah, I agree with Caden. It lets us adapt a bit more. The only bad thing is, say we want to go out on a non-practice day, gonna have to plan around that. So. Yeah,
I agree with them as well. It's gotta get adapt to it and just work. It's different bowling at different bowling alleys, but we've mostly done it for the last couple years since we haven't had a bowling alley. So it's not anything different. Maybe to some people it is, but mostly not really. So.
It's a bit of a challenge since it cuts into a bit of our practice time, but it just gives us a little bit of an edge considering one of our biggest rivals is Mount Pleasant, and we're bowling at their home alley now.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I agree with Kelton. I'm pretty used to those lines because I've been league bowling there since, I think, 2020, and I'm getting pretty used to those lanes.
I'm kind of curious, and this can be for whoever. I'll be honest, in terms of competitive bowling, I'm not super familiar with some of the nuances of it. You talked about kind of adjusting to different lanes and different alleys when you're not at home. Just, I guess, kind of walk me through that process. What does that look like to get maybe used to a lane you're kind of unfamiliar with? What things can maybe come up in that can trip you up that you have to, maybe avoid or navigate through to bowl well when you're away from home?
Honestly, it's challenging on the aspect of the actual sport because every house has a different kind of house shot. They have their own kind of oil combination that they lay out, so you have to be able to adapt to each person's pair of lanes. So the lane breakdown is going to be different at every alley you go to, so it's a little complicated there. But.
Yeah, I agree with Caden. Different lanes play differently, so you gotta you have couple balls on each lane for practice at meets and stuff. You just got to see what the ball does. And then just adjust as you go on from where it started and where it's at when you're during the meet. So.
Yeah, and another big part of it is just how they built it. How many lights they have, that can affect how the lane changes and how the oil disperses. The approaches, whether they're wood or synthetic, or they're stickier, or if they like to slide more. Just a lot of small different things you have to know going into it.
Fortunately, Jack took my question, so I was trying to think of one that whole time. But I guess I'll ask just kind of what I've asked some of the other teams here today. What does a practice look like? Is it just bowling, or do you guys practice technique? What does a practice kind of look like?
Some of the practices look like, so first practice was Tuesday. We went down there and our coach just wanted to see where we were at starting off the season with practice. And then the next day after that, we bowled a couple games and then ran what they call bakers for you have 5 people and they take turns. And we just wanted to see how we go into that with a meet coming up on Tuesday at Burlington. So we were just running that.
Personally, to add on to that, I personally think practice is more meant for your consistency and more like your release and not more of a scoring thing. And honestly, I think it helped us as a team develop together and communicate more and bring each other up and not down.
Cooper, I'll ask this one for you. Obviously, as a 4-year member of this team, and kind of an older player. How are you looking to just kind of step up as a leader this year? And you talked about kind of the talent coming back, and it feels like it could be a better year than it was last year. How are you looking to kind of set the tone in that regard, and kind of lead some of these guys in your 4th year here?
Mainly, the whole goal of leading these guys is keeping them in the right headspace. Bowling can be a very difficult game, and if you get in the wrong headspace, it can ruin your whole night. So I feel like if we stay in the right headspace, we have someone sitting there holding people accountable, like saying, hey, you need to cool down and all that stuff. It can make a huge difference.
Kind of a deep question from Jack, but I'll kind of make it easy for you. What's your guys' personal highs? Obviously some of you have been bowling for over a decade now, but you guys know.
Personally, my high is I shot my high game a couple weeks ago with a 289.
Shot my high game during a meet last year for a 225.
I also shot my high game in a meet at Mount Pleasant last year at 240. So
Mine was just during a Saturday night practice. It's 255.
Mine's around 207, I think, and it happened a couple years ago.
Can people verify the practice? We have to have a witness.
There was a couple people there.
Mitchell, I'm curious for you. Obviously, you got the All-SEC honors last year. Just your sophomore season, kind of just expectations for yourself. What are you looking to achieve just personally this season?
For me to achieve would be great to see myself get just stay in my own realm, basically, just not get too out of control with my mood or my actions during a meet. Just stay confident and just stay up. That way I don't go worse or than what I have done, and just lead these guys and keep them in their check as well. So mostly just yeah. So.
My last question. I know you guys mentioned Mount Pleasant being a rival. Are there any other teams that you'd like to beat this season?
Fairfield.
Keokuk
for sure.
Keokuk.
So. They've been the kind of standard for a little bit for a while, right?
Yeah.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
They're going to be our biggest competition too.
Yeah.
Things. Yeah.
What does the bowling trash talk entail?
They think they're just going to crush us because we got young people. They're all
Okay.
older.
All right. I'll just kind of last one for me. Just any final thoughts, things you guys want to share in terms of maybe goals, expectations, things you're looking forward to with this season?
Probably a goal is keep the scores high during Bakers. That's going to help us a lot. If we can keep those up, we have a good chance at winning conference for first time in a long time. So,
I think first time ever.
Yeah.
yeah, probably first time ever. So I'm ready to see it.
I'm
I
ready
have
to.
go ahead.
You can go.
I have a personal standard, and I want to live up to these guys what they want me to because I'm the upcoming freshman, and they were expecting a lot out of me. So I'm give them my best and perform at how I can perform.
I'm just ready to see us grow as a group. we've known each other for a long, long time. So I just want to see us grow and take this out of bowling and then take it to our real lives.
I think a good baseline goal for our season would be bare minimum second in the conference. Last year, we were, I don't know, maybe 70, 80 pins a game away from being really up there with them. And I think not only did we meet that this year, we actually gained a couple. And some of the other schools like Fairfield, Burlington, Mount Pleasant, they lost some of their better players. But Keokuk is Keokuk. They've been good. They will be good. So it's going to be a challenge to beat them.
No doubt. No doubt. Joe, I don't know if you had any more.
Goal for me would be me personally, a goal would be trying to place second team conference, but a goal for the whole team, like Kelton said, at least second in the conference, if not first. Although final 3 weeks, being Keokuk 3 weeks in a row, that's definitely going to get us with that final week being conference. It's gonna be a tough few weeks.
No doubt. Well, appreciate you guys. Oh, do you have another one?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I genuinely think our standards should be a little higher because we're good enough that we can go 50% on the season.
I was about to say
I
we
think
can
we're
probably
living
do
ourselves a little too low.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotta have some confidence.
I mean, one challenge for sure would be that the conference tournament's held at Keokuk this year, and so I mean, not saying that's not a challenge. I mean, it is a challenge. Bowling's always a challenge, but like just bowling at Keokuk with every school there. Keokuk's loud when they bowl. They like get really high energy, which we need to do as well. I mean, as a team, we need to get some energy up, and so hopefully to see that this season. So.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing the energy from you guys. And, yeah, we'll send it to a quick break. Thanks, fellas. And, yeah, Washington Demon Bowling on coming up. Season starting just a few weeks. We'll take a break. Come right back.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your healthcare.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Washington Demons Winter Media Night. We're talking to Mackenzie Martin, the head coach of the Washington bowling team. Coach, I'll just start with this off the bat. Talk to your players. They're obviously really excited to get the season going. Just how's the ramp up been? How excited are you to get in the swing of things here with bowling season?
I mean, I'm super excited. I have a lot of strong athletes, whether they've been bowling for a few years or if they just picked up a bowling ball 2 weeks ago. There's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of strength. So I am definitely excited to see where the season's going to land us.
I'll kind of go back to last year, 2024, 2025. What were some highlights from last year's bowling team that we can kind of point out and maybe kind of highlight before we move on officially to 2025?
I mean, I definitely, want to strive that we had Mitchell Zagloski, with a really high game, with a conference award. Sorry, I'm not quite sure where he landed, but a lot of just strong bowling there. Bowling itself is just a struggle, so these kids adapted really well, and the house that they shot on is probably one of the hardest in the area just because it is still a very old school house. It's not up to modern technology and modern lanes and those things. So he definitely strived there. I know Kelton Burke, who's a junior this year, he took some personal highs, and it was just great to overall see them handle all of that.
I'll kind of piggyback off of that with Mitchell specifically. Doing that in his freshman year. Obviously super exciting for him. How have you seen him maybe in the early part in the build up to this season grow, and kind of what are your expectations for him to continue thriving here in his sophomore year?
I've luckily have been able to see this kid bowl since he started walking. He comes from a family of bowlers. They've been doing it their whole lives. But watching his brain learn that there are different things that he can learn versus just throwing a ball is really, really different to see, I guess is what I want to say. A lot of kids don't catch on to the full strategy behind everything. A lot of kids are just thinking, yeah, you are throwing a bowling ball at the lane. They're not looking at the fact that, there's oil, there's different marks, there's just different speeds and all the different things that they can learn. So he is definitely learning where he needs to be with that, what adjustments need to be made, and he's not just, throwing a ball anywhere. So
My next question is kind of an odd one because most sports have kind of an off-season period where maybe football players can't really get onto the football field, baseball players can't really get onto the diamond, but with bowling, you can pretty much bowl year round. With that being said, when you're not in season, what kind of work are the guys doing to make sure that they're ready to go when the actual season comes around?
a lot of the kids that I have, like I said, they've been bowling for years. They started when they were little. There's different things, league tournaments. There's junior gold. There's the junior PBA and different things like that a lot of these kids are active in. Along with just simply, I know a lot of the boys that I do have or the athletes that I do have this year, they were getting together all summer long just to open bowl, just to hang out, just to go, do those different things. So this, it's not only a sport, but it's a lifetime hobby. It's something that you're going to carry with you. I mean, I'm on my 26th year alone by myself bowling. So it's not just a high school and college thing. It carries with you forever.
I'll go from, Kid Mitchell had a really good freshman year to another one in Caden, who I think said to us he's 289 is his high already. I mean, coming into just his first year with the program, it seems like there's some really high expectations for him. How excited are you to see him finally, kind of suit up officially here and get his season going, and just what are you looking forward to seeing with him?
No, I'm definitely excited that, this is an opportunity that I get to see and that I get to carry with. With what I know for the beginning of the season, he's got a good head on him. He's a great bowler. And I think he's going to be a great asset to the team. I genuinely think that, he may have been a missing puzzle piece that we needed to kind of see a little bit more of a team score instead of an individual score. So I'm super excited to have him join.
I had the players kind of describe this just a little bit, but I want to ask you as a coach as well. These early season practices, what do you really focus on as a head coach? You mentioned that there are several different things that maybe people don't think about. And I think it was one of the players that mentioned it's not just about scoring well when you're practicing, it's about the technique. But what do you kind of focus on early on as a head coach?
So especially over like these last couple days getting ready to go into a meet is a big thing that I pay attention to is what understanding that they have. Am I fortunate this year that a lot of these kids do? Yes, but I do have a kid that picked up a ball 2 weeks ago. Did he grasp it? Yes, he did very well. Then the biggest thing is breaking a bad habit. If I'm noticing a bad habit that I can break sooner than later, that is a big thing. One simple thing just over the last couple days that I noticed is not following completely through. That is an easy habit to correct really, really quickly. That's going to change a score immensely. I mean, it made a 30-pin difference on a kid. So there's just big things there. And then just making sure, we're in the beginning of a season. Everybody's excited. Everybody's amped up. And remembering that we need to keep it positive instead of negative. With that kind of energy and adrenaline, you can see a lot of negative before you see positive, and laying the expectations there is a big thing. So
sort of have a two-parter, and this is kind of the last one for me, but you talked about that kind of energy, and just talking to the players, they, seem really excited to kind of break through and take that step up, and even just talking to each other and having that mentality of wanting to challenge with some of the best teams in this conference. How have you seen that? And then with one kid in particular, in Cooper Zaz, who's obviously been in this program for 4 years, how have you seen him kind of as a leader stepping up to help you out in creating that energy?
Yeah, no. So if I'm honest, my first year that he was just a shell. He did not, want to talk to anybody. He didn't know about going on cheering on people or, where he needed to stand and where he needed to fit in, and just helping guide them to know like, hey, it's okay. It's okay to cheer. It's okay to make these mistakes and, learn from them. And then I always, a big thing that I express with all athletes is we are only as strong as our weakest link. So if you have somebody that's, sheltered in their shell and they're scared and they're, we've got to be the leader. We've got to be the person that's like, hey, let's step out of our comfort zone. Let's get this figured out. So
My last question here, you as a head coach, what are you most excited for here for the new season?
I am super, super excited that all of these boys have pretty well been bowling together for years and that they are all getting along so well and they all have a high expectation of where they want to be and they know they can reach it. Their goal is set there and I think they're going to get it. I really do.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. Coach Mackenzie Martin from the Washington bowling team. Demons getting things underway in just a couple of weeks. We'll send to a quick break and talk to some of the members of the girls basketball team here on the other side. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.